Okay, let's continue. Now, this is now the exciting part of this chain rule or the general power rule, because in here, we will now be combining some other basic derivative rules pa. In this case, that is the product rule. Okay, so let's consider this as our U, and we consider this as our V. Okay, and we notice that our U is a chain rule. It's differentiable by chain rule. So therefore, kapag magdi-differentiate na tayo nun, we will apply the chain rule. But generally here, the process will be the use of the product rule. So the product rule will be UDV, UDV plus V du. Okay, so we'll just follow this. Okay, so to solve this, we will now have y prime will be equal to u. Or they just copy u. Whenever it's just u, you will just have to copy this. You just have to copy your u. Wala na ibang gagawin. Kokopyahin lang. Okay? So we will have, I'll just use red for the u and v, blue for the v. So we will have 2x cubed plus x raised to 4. You just copied it. No problem. Next, dv. In this case, we will get the derivative of x squared minus 3. What's the derivative of x squared minus 3? Type it in the chat box, please. What's the derivative of x squared minus 3? Let me see your answers. Very good. It's just 2x. As simple as that. So we will have here 2x. Okay. Simple, right? Next, plus. Oh, v na tayo. Let's just copy v. As simple as that. So we will have here x squared minus 3. Copy lang. And then, this time, when we get the derivative of u, du, dito na tayo mag-chain rule. Kasi this is in the form of a chain rule when we get the derivative of u. Okay. Now, let's get the derivative of u. So we have here, we now apply this. So we put 4 there. That becomes times 4. Copy what's inside. That becomes 2x cubed plus x. And then subtract 1 from the exponent. That's 3. Can you follow? And then we multiply the derivative of your inside function. So this becomes 6x squared plus 1. Show me a reaction if you got the process up to that part. Get it? This time, in-apply lang natin yung general power rule or chain rule when we get there at the du part. Okay? Okay na? Okay. After that, let's just have to simplify things here. Okay. So we will have here y prime will be equal to this one. Can we distribute 2x to your terms inside this parenthesis? Let me see. Show an agreement reaction if you agree that 2x can be distributed. Let me see. Very good. Hindi. Buti naman natandaan na never ever distribute a number, a term, to the terms inside the parentheses if those terms are raised to an exponent. Bawal yun. So let's just copy it this way. So we will have 2x cubed plus x raised to 4 times 2x plus this time, this is what we can simplify further. Okay, see 4, since they are all being multiplied, 4 can be distributed here. So this will become 4x minus 12 times, let's make sipeng this term over there kasi pareho silang hindi naka-raise sa exponent. So that becomes 6x squared plus 1. Okay? And finally, let's put this one at the last, the one with the what do you call that? Exponent. So I'll change it in color para di tayo nalilito. So that becomes 2x squared, ay 2x cubed plus x raised to 3. Sir, hindi po ba madidistribute si 4? Yes, actually, we already distributed 4. Where did we distributed 4? Look at the process. Saan natin minultiply or distribute si 4? To which term did we multiply or distribute 4? Doon po sa 6x squared plus 1. Pwede rin po ba siya doon? Yes, actually, doon pa lang natin next step 'yon. So 4 cannot be distributed to this. Bawal because of that exponent. Okay? Take note of that. So saan lang pwedeng i-multiply si 4? Kay x minus 3 since it's being multiplied here and also kay 6x squared plus 1. Can you follow? But we can only do that once. So una natin minultiply si 4 dito. So it became 4x minus 12. Sir, ba't po nawala yung squared na x minus 3? Squared na x minus 3. Where is the s? Sorry. Squared. Here. Nawala si squared. Thank you. Thank you for that. So therefore, dito meron din siyang squared. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. I missed to write the squared of the x squared minus 3. Okay? Now, what else can we do there? Can we do here? The only thing that we can simplify here further will be this. Ito na lang ang pwede pa nating simplify. Why? Kasi pareho lang 1 na din na yung exponent nila. Tapos they are both binomials. So therefore, we can make or apply the FOIL method here. So we will have here y prime is equal to, copy this. Copy this. It will become 2x cubed plus x raised to 4 times 2x plus, this time, ito. This is what we will be multiplying. So, multiply that. FOIL method. 6, 12, 18, 24. 24 x raised to 4. And then, outer plus 4x squared. And then inner minus 12 times 6. That becomes 72. Tama ba? Correct me if I'm wrong, ha? That's 72x squared. And then, that becomes minus 12. Can you follow? And then, this will be times 2x cubed plus x raised to 3. Finally, we will now have here y prime will be equal to, copy the same, 2x cubed plus x raised to 4 times 2x plus, what else can we simplify here? I hope you noticed that these two are of the same terms. So we can combine them. This will become 24x raised to 4. And then 4x squared minus 72x squared, it will become minus 68. Can you follow? Tama? 68x squared minus 12. Finally, times 2x cubed plus x raised to 3. That's it. That's the final answer for this problem. That's the derivative of that one. Show me a reaction if you were able to follow and understand the process. Okay, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. Do you have question? Okay, good. Thank you. Sir, oh yes, Charles, what's the question?
Sir, naguguluhan pa rin po ako kasi po,
Sure.
di ba sabi niyo po, pwede pong i-distribute yung 4 dun sa mga nakaparenthesis na walang exponent.
Yes.
Yung pong 6x squared plus 1 nga po, wala po siyang exponent. Pero bakit po di siya na-distribute doon and natabi lang po siya dun sa isa? So,
Okay.
yun lang po.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's also a valid question. Let me make this bigger. Okay. Here. Paano po, sir? Paano, sir, kung hindi po natin minultiply doon? I'll take a screenshot of this. Yan. Ayun. Yun. Ayan. Ito yung tanong ni Charles. Bakit po sa 4 dinistribute? Ba't hindi po natin dinistribute sa 6x squared? O, di-distribute natin doon. Walang problema. Okay. Let's do this. So, ito ay magiging x squared minus 3. Ayaw pakialaman yung x squared minus 3 muna. Kasi mas gusto kong mamultiply si 4 doon. Which is also a valid claim. Pwede naman. Walang problema. O di multiply natin doon. So, pagbigyan natin. 4 times. O dito na lang. I-rewrite ko muna ha para di siya nakakalito. 6x squared plus 1. Can you follow? Times. O pagpalit ko lang ng lugar ha. 2x cubed plus x cubed. Okay? Nire-write ko lang. Nire-position ko lang sila para mas malinaw siyang tingnan. Oh, now, distribute ko na si 4 kay 6x squared plus 1. Tama? Okay, so we will have here x squared minus 3 times, distribute 6, 12, 18, 24. Magiging siyang 24x squared plus 4 times 1, 4. And then this will remain 2x cubed plus x raised to 3. Okay. Now, si x raised to 3, ito, retain lang yan kasi exponent niya 3, masyadong marami kung papahabain pa natin. Mas magandang simple na lang na ganyan. Oh, but this time, these 2 can still be simplified. Tama? And that's by using the FOIL method. Oh, let's do the FOIL method here. Tingnan natin kung mag-end up tayo sa parehong sagot. Ito ang target natin. Dapat maging ganito rin. Okay? So we will have here 24 x raised to 4. Uy, ikwa tayo ito. Next, x squared plus 4x. Ito ay magiging plus 4x squared. Uy, ikwa tayo na naman ang pangatwa. Next, this one. X squared times 24x raised to that. Saan na ba ako? Tama ba ginagawa ko? Okay, saan na ako? Ay, naulit ako. Dito na pala ako sa negative 3. Negative 3, ayun, times 24x squared. That becomes negative 60, ay, ilan ba? 72. Negative 72x squared. Uy, kuwata na naman itong pangatlo. And finally, negative 3 times 4, that's negative 12. There you go. Okay? And of course, when you combine these two, you will end up with the same answer, which is 24x squared minus 68 x squared minus 12. And that's it. Yes, Charles. Question.
Sir, hindi po ganyan yung question ko. Pero based on sa observation ko po, pa-clarify lang po. Bali,
Sure.
i-distribute lang po talaga yung 4 sa isa pong term, hindi po dun sa both x squared minus 3 and sa 6x squared plus 1. Yun po yung tanong ko, sir.
Exactly. Ikwame. Minsan ka mo mag-multiply. Minsan niya mo. Kasi kapag nag-multiply ka na dito, if you multiplied 4 by this, and then you multiplied 4 again by the other one, madodoble yung 4 mo nun. Magiging dalawa siya. Okay? So, ang isang number, isang beses mo lang siya minumultiply. Just like this. For example, meron kang 2 times x plus 4 times x minus 1. Oh, ito. If you will look at this, pwede siyang multiply dito or pwede naman siyang sa kabila. Pero when you multiply it already with this, magiging siyang 2x plus 8. Ito, si 2, nandito na siya. Okay? So, i-multiply mo na lang yan si x minus 1 dito sa buong ito. Kasi si 2, nandito na rin siya. Okay? So, the question of Charles may not be answered directly, but based on the example, he was able to answer his question. And that's correct. Kasi you only multiply a number once, especially if there are lots of terms to multiply. Okay? Show me a reaction if that's clear to you. Thank you. So at least with that concern of Charles, we were able to see na whichever term you multiply that number, is it either on the first or on the last, the answer will just be the same. That's it. Okay? Kaya pa? Show me a reaction if everything is understandable pa as of the moment. Carry pa? Show me a reaction, please. Thank you. Okay. Humahaba lang yung process, but as long as you are guided with the process, you will not be lost. Okay? Similarly with this, with the quotient rule, pareho lang siya. You will just follow the quotient rule. Okay? Okay na ba tayo or you want to try this? Isa ding mahaba to. Or would you like to try it? Try it muna. Okay? Next. Carry na ba? Ito madadali lang to, basic lang tong mga sumusunod na to. Mahaba lang kasi talaga dito will be the combination of the chain rule and the product and quotient rule. Okay? Do you want to have an example of a quotient rule and chain rule? Yes or no? Isa kayo? O tino, magtas ka masyado. Itong nalaring magkain. Okay, there's a question. Oh, sige daw po. Okay, let's have this. Let's not make our life difficult. So again, our process, this time naman, let's have y is equal to, simplihan na lang natin, x squared plus 1 over 3x. O 3x na lang para simple lang. Raised to 3. Ang 3 na naman. 4 naman. Okay. Oh, this time, this is a combination of college level. Think like a college student. Kasi mahabang solution ito. But, importante dito, nasusundan nyo yung process. Kasi yun yung mahalaga. Hahaba yung solution mo, basta naintindihan mo yung process, walang problema. Okay? Let's now start. Naiwan na po yung utak grade na yung utak yung naiwan pa po sa grade G9 ita. G9 utak ko. Okay, yun. Carry. Game. Oh, balikan niyo na rin yung utak yo. Ready? Oh, utak college tamang yan eh. Game. So we have the y prime. Kung titingnan natin to, nakapaloob si fraction kay chain rule. So mauuna si chain rule. Mag-chain rule muna tayo. So we have here 4 times, copy. Chain rule muna to. X squared plus 1 over 3x raised to subtract 1, 3. Okay? Times the derivative of this. Your u now will be x squared plus 1 over 3x. Kukunin natin yung du. We'll get the derivative. Of course, we will use the quotient rule. And our quotient rule speaks that VDU, kasi baliktad siya. VDU minus UDV over V squared. Eto na. Ang bakbakan. Ready? Game. Simple na lang siya. Hindi ko na po alam kung may utang pa ako, sir. Meron kayo. Game. Let's do this na. Wag kayong panghinaan ng loob. Ito ang U. Ito ang V. Game na. Ready? V. Kopyahin lang. 3x. Test du. Derivative ni x squared plus 1. What's the derivative of x squared plus 1? 2x. Very good. Times 2x. See, yung simple lang. Okay? Minus. Copy u. Copyin lang. So that becomes x squared plus 1. Okay? And then dv. Derivative of 3x is just 3 times 3. Di ba? Andali. Times v squared, which is 3x squared. 3x squared. Okay. And then, isi-simplify lang natin. So, we will have here y prime is equal to 4 times, kopyahin lang muna natin to, x squared plus 1 over 3x raised to 3 times, multiply, 3x times 2x. Simpleng-simple. 6x squared. Di ba? Dali lang. Minus. This one, can we multiply or distribute 3 to these terms? Yes or no? Yes, of course. Kasi wala namang exponent na iba dito unless 1. Since 1 lang yon, pwede natin siyang i-distribute. So therefore, that becomes 3x squared plus 3. Can you follow? And then, you just multiply this. This will become 3x squared pa rin. 3x quantity squared. Okay? And then, now we can simplify this further. Look at this. 6x squared. 6x squared minus 3x squared. This will be equal to 3x squared. Can you follow? Kasi pareho naman silang squared. So, now, let's do this into one equation na lang. So, that's y prime will be equal to, yan. This will become 4 times x squared plus 1 cubed. Pwedeng paghiwalayin. And then si 3x sa ilalim naman. 3x cubed. Pareho lang yon. Kumbaga, dinistribute natin yung exponent sa numerator and denominator. Okay? And then times 3x squared plus 3. Gawin kong green para halata na doon siya galing. Times 3x squared plus 3 over 3x squared sa labas. 3x squared. Okay? And finally, paano na akong finally, may ari ng finaling yun eh. So we now have, yes, you have a question, Charles?
Sir, may tanong po
Sure.
ako, bakit po pumasok po yung exponent po dun sa denominator? Di ba po? 3x, tapos parenthesis, tapos squared. Bakit po pumasok po si 2? Di ba po ganyan?
Sorry. That was a mistake.
Sir, kasi di ba?
Yes, I got it. Ayun. Thank you for that. It was a rhitographical error. Mali sa pagkakasulat. Thank you for that. At least you noticed. Okay? And so, what will we do next? Simplify this further. Saan pwedeng i-multiply si 4? Where can we multiply 4 here? In the green, right? Because the exponent is just 1. So distribute. So this will become y prime will be equal to so x squared plus 1 cubed times 12x squared plus 12. Can you follow? Over, this one. Katulad lang ito na, kasi parehong 3x. As I hope you noticed, this is 3x, this is 3x. Pareho lang silang 3x. Para lang siyang x cubed times x squared. Kapag ganyan, what's the answer? What's the answer here? What do we do if they have the same base and you multiply them? The answer will be x raised to 5. Very good. So you just add the exponents. Similarly, 3x, they have the same base. So therefore, we will have here 3x raised to 3 plus 2. That becomes 5. Let your answer be like that. That's it. Ayun. Halang layo. At least you tried. Okay? Do you have other question or concern? Let me see. Show me a reaction if so far everything is understandable. Mahaba lang po talaga, sir. Pero nakukuha po yung process. Okay, good. Mahaba lang talaga siya. Because that's calculus. Mahaba lang pero the process is still the same. Hindi po ipagmumultiply yung 3. Which one here? Yung bang exponent ni yung 3x ba? Hindi po ipagmumultiply yung 3. Which one here? Okay, this. Actually, you can simplify this. Kaya lang kasi 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 equals ilan sagot doon? 243. Pwede naman. No problem. You can simplify it further like that. Or y prime will be equal to x squared plus 1 cubed times 12x squared plus 12 over 200. Di po, sir, yung... di po ba pag-multiply? Okay. Okay. Ang tanong pala, hindi pala to. Ito pala. Sir, hindi po ba i-multiply itong dalawang to? Hindi po ba i-multiply yung 3x times 3x? Actually, ang concept dito niyan kasi is you have the same base which is 3x. Tama? 3x, 3x. Parang katulad siya nito. X times x. Whichever or kung ano man yung nasa loob ng x na to, basta't pareho sila, dahil pareho sila, when you multiply them, you just copy the base and add the exponents. That's the process. That's the laws of exponent. That's one of the laws of exponent. So similarly, since si 3x at saka si 3x, yes, you are multiplying them, but applying the laws of exponents, since 3x and 3x are just the same base, you just copy the base and add their exponent. So that becomes 3 plus 2. Okay? So at least that becomes clearer. Okay? Other question or concern? Katulad lang siya nito. If we have here x plus 4 raised to 5 times x plus 4 raised to 10, same process dahil same base tayo, we have x plus 4 raised to 15. That's applying the laws of exponents. Okay? Other question or concern? Thank you. Wala na siguro, no? Mahaba lang. Pero, syempre, of course, now pagod kayo, pagod yung utak ninyo. But as you process it later, everything will be clearer. Don't worry. Okay? Kaya? Kaya yan. College level na to eh. Okay. Sabi ko nga, kung ganito ko lang natutunan yung calculus dati, sana flat 1 yung calculus ko niyang college na ako. Okay? Let's now move on with these basics. These are just basics. Mukha lang silang mahirap pero madali lang sila. Yun nga lang, madadagdaga or dadagdag sila sa mga derivative rules na dapat nating maintindihan. Sir, nasa page 7 pa lang tayo out of 21. Oh yeah, madali lang yan, mabilis lang yan, don't worry. Okay? 7 pa lang po tayo. Kasi, bakit tayo nagtagal ng konti? We computed kasi, we showed the combination kasi of the product rule and chain rule. Similarly, with chain rule and quotient rule. Kaya humaba ng konti. But these next examples are just easy. Mas daan lang kayo, mutsuta na kayong page 21 kanyan. Bawi na lang sa memes. May memes pa naman mamaya. Feeling ko mamaya dudugo yung memes natin. Okay? Sige. So before we move on to the next one, let us allow everything to sink in first. 7 minutes na lang tayo. 6 minutes. Let's stop for a while. I'll end this now. Join again para mag-sink in muna yung pinag-aralan before we entertain the next one. Sir, pwede po ba magmerienda? 10 minutes break? Sure. 5 minutes na lang. Yung napakalwat. 5 minutes sink in break. Sink in break. Hayaang mag-sink in lahat ng pinag-aaralan. Okay? Come back at 4:30. 4:30 balik. 6 minutes yun ha. Balik ng 4:30 at pahinga muna, inom, CR, kain, merienda. Okay? See you at 4:30. Mabilis lang to. Thank you so much.